Hello and welcome back. We are Team LCG coming with the third match from our winter game night kit at Prisfyndet in Uppsala. My name is Tim Josephson and with me I have
Victor Edström. I go by KJSD on forums and on Octagon if you want to play me.
Yeah, and if you want to look me up, I'm Dr. Time.
As you can see, playing to your right is you, Tim.
Yeah, indeed.
And to your left, you have Björn H. This is the top table, obviously, film. So this is the third round of Swiss in a 5-rounder Swiss tournament. Setups full underway. You have set up the veteran builders as well as a reducer character, and is that a King's Road?
That is a King's Road, and Björn got Cersei, which is good, and a Rattle Church Raider along with a Rose Road.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing Baratheon, as you saw on the banners, with the Night's Watch banner.
Yeah, and Björn is playing House Lannister with Banner of the Rose.
Indeed.
Some Tyrell characters.
That is a good banner.
It's a good banner for pretty much any deck, I think.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
So you draw up, and now you're choosing plots.
Yep.
So Björn is looking at his plot deck. It looks like you're still counting what level of income you will need. So
Indeed.
Björn flips a noble cause, as do you.
Indeed.
So both of you decided you need a lot of income.
Looking for some, and we're flipping for the initiative here.
Well, hard to tell who got it.
I don't remember actually. I think actually I was first, so I think Björn got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Because I don't think either of us wanted to go first, really.
No, not with this matchup, probably.
Yeah. And also, we didn't mention it, but you can see that the veteran builder, I attached the King Robert's Warhammer to him as well.
Mm-hmm. The kneel card.
Yes.
It can be sacrificed to kneel
Characters equal to the strength of the attacking character.
Yeah, whenever you win
A challenge, indeed.
So that's the reducer, the Baratheon reducer,
Along
being
with the
used.
King's Road and the Noble Cause gives me a quite cheap Robert, which is
Right.
a nice start indeed.
He's a really strong hitter. He can kneel with his intimidate.
Yes,
Sorry,
intimidate.
intimidate, and he's got renown, which might speed up the game considerably.
Yes.
So you still got 3 coins, it looks like,
And I'm,
or even 4 maybe. How to do the math? So you spend a bunch of them, 3 to be exact,
yeah.
on Maester Aemond, which will allow you to save your Nightwatch characters, including himself. And that's a bastard
In hiding. For 1 coin reduced by that reducer.
Yeah.
So quite a solid start, I would say.
Yeah, that's a lot of cards. Björn is taking his coins there.
I mean, I guess I'm lacking in intrigue, which is not the best position you want to be in against a Lannister.
No, they are known for their intrigue and their tears are loose and
All that
extra intrigue
shenanigans.
claim. He can tear your hand apart with Cersei. So yeah, no, that's probably problematic. I can see a Tyrion in his hand there.
Yeah.
Looks like a Widow's Wail as well, which can be problematic. It can be ambushed out for that surprise extra strength. So that's another King's Road. Or actually, that's a King's Road. That was a Rose Road from his setup.
Yep.
So he's reducing by 3 and another 2 from the plot.
So by 5.
And playing Tyrion for free, basically.
Yes.
Well, for 1 to play the King's Road. He paid 1 to play the King's Road.
Yep.
And here we see... Well, yeah, he's taking his time to decide. He's got a... Is that a Marjorie?
Yep, it is.
That's one of the best characters in the game.
She's along with Tyrion, is also at the
Yeah,
top. So
yeah.
a pretty great character hand, all in all, on Björn's side as well.
Yeah. He has to prioritize, obviously, between the different characters he can play. So that's the reducer character, Lannis Port Merchant, and that's a...
Courtesan of the Rose.
Yeah.
So heavy on the intrigue side. I'm gonna be eating a couple of those challenges.
Most likely.
But he's pretty down light on the military side.
Yeah, so the courtesan could just be played kind of like claim soak.
Yeah, pretty much. Or the merchant
Yeah,
also could claim some.
yeah, yeah. So we're going into challenges here, and these first challenges, they might not seem like they do that much because they don't give you all that much power. There's no power on your house cards, there's nothing to steal, but they can be really, really important for the rest of the game, because here is where you can kind of snatch that upper hand with that many characters out, and that's probably what decided it for Björn. He couldn't play Marjorie and a lot of claim soak.
Indeed.
So he'd rather play a bunch of claim soak because he doesn't want to give up that early momentum of having to kill off a character he feels that he might need later on.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
And I mean, as you can see here, we're thinking hard and long, at least me, on the challenge phase, because in some way I don't want that two claim intrigue challenge to hit me.
No, of course.
Not this early.
You don't have your draw engine out. You don't have any of the birds, and you don't have the red keep or anything to give you that extra draw. And fighting against a two claim, almost always two claim intrigue challenge, it will keep your hand really small.
Indeed. So I start off here with a military challenge, seeing as he is extremely light on that side, only the rattled shirt Bredas.
And he might want to keep that to be able to deal with surprise ambushes of sorts. But well, there's not really that many things that you could surprise ambush on him, though.
No, exactly.
No. So it might not be such a problem after all.
No, but we see him letting it through unopposed, claiming that Lannisport merchant.
Yeah, and you go up to 1 power.
Yes.
And here, I think one of the reason he didn't block this is also that he likes you to have that power, in order to have something to do, to use for his blue challenge later on.
Indeed, indeed.
So, I bet you're doing the math on Robert's challenge here.
Yeah, Robert and the Warhammer as well.
If it's worth using him this early to kneel down, perhaps I say, or if you'd rather keep him standing to defend with, and you decide to attack, obviously in blue.
Yeah, of course.
And this could be a heavy kneel because you could sacrifice the Warhammer and kneel some additional characters with that one. And this is something Björn has to consider. Is he going to give up his ability to do powerful challenges in the first round in order to let this kind of go through? Because it doesn't cost him anything else than the kneel, really. Or perhaps an unopposed or something like that. But he could also obviously try to block this and give you less ability to kneel down things, because you can only kneel. Robert kneels with the difference of the challenge, so you could kind of mitigate his kneel a little bit.
But he needs to get up, and I mean, if he wants to keep me from kneeling any of his 4 strength ones, I mean that's 10 strength. Let's see, 13 strength right there.
Yeah.
So he'd
No, he
want
can't.
to
He
go up
can't
to
really.
9, so
No,
then he'd have to kneel all his 3.
You really can't do that. Yeah. No. I think he'll have to just accept that you will kneel out a bit of his characters here.
Yeah.
He's got the option of letting it go unopposed, or he could just put the courtesan in, perhaps. Yeah. It's a tough choice because the courtesan could possibly make that green challenge.
Indeed.
Which he probably would like to get off. Yep. This is a math-heavy game.
Yes, this one was quite intense actually.
Yeah.
And the calculating department.
Yeah. Also, Robert's got that renown, which he's going to fire. Something he's got to think about. So he puts Widow's Wail onto
The
Rattle
rattle
Shot.
shards, but I think we noticed this at this point, I think.
Yeah, because it can only attach. Well, I'm not sure.
I think they have no attachments actually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you catch
I
it.
think I pointed it out here as well and noted it. It's easy to make those mistakes. I mean.
Yeah. This is the third game of the night. Just before we had lunch break. It's so easy to have those little things slip you by. These little play mistakes, and it's not intentional cheating. He's not trying to cheat here. So the hammer kneels down, rattle shot, and the courtesan, and then the intimidate kneels down, Cersei.
Yes.
Leaving only Tyrion standing.
Indeed.
And then you get your renown on Robert. So you're off to 3 power in only 2 challenges, which is, I guess, fair. Was it there any point where you were considering making a green challenge here with Aemon?
I guess, but I was kind of expecting, I mean, with the amount of coin he has, seeing a red going through or something like that. And here we see the intrigue claiming Mr. Crescent, the heart of it.
Yeah, and here comes the Burnman.
Yes.
Lannister has all these shenanigans with ambush and all that. So obviously you might want to keep Aemon for the save fact.
Yes, and I was that was kind of why I didn't go for the intrigue. Maybe I should have. I don't know. I had a pretty decent amount of claims out, but
yep.
And here I opt for stopping his dominance instead.
Yeah. So not too eventful first round of challenges, because the board state looks a lot like it did just before the challenges, and you're off to a small lead here.
Yeah, a very slight lead.
Yeah, it's obviously the fact that you've got Robert out, and you have that renown starting to kick off, and also with the Baratheon kneel, you kind of like the idea of having big boards, because kneel down characters give strength to Robert.
Yep, indeed.
The problem is you don't have Selyss.
I don't. Exactly.
And this leaves Robert really vulnerable to Tyr Selyss, a card that you can pretty much expect from Lannister.
Yeah, indeed. I was quite worried about that.
So we're on to the next challenge phase here. The next plot phase here. So you pick plots, and we see a summons from Björn, and you play a Filthy Accusations.
Yep.
So you get to kneel down one of his characters, and he gets to search his top 10 cards for a character. And that can only be Tywin that he's hoping to pick up, right?
No,
Oh,
I think
no,
he's going for Randall. Probably.
Oh, he's got Randall in that
Yes.
deck as well, yeah.
With the margarine hand.
With the margarine hand, Randall is obviously a equally good choice.
Indeed.
If not even better.
I think even better might actually be better.
Yeah, but since it can stand and everything.
And it's good renown as well.
Yeah.
I mean, against the Baratheon.
Oh, but that goes for Tywin as well.
Yeah, but Tywin's is just 1 per round.
Yeah.
Randall is possible 2.
Indeed. So indeed he picks up Randall, and Björn is really off to a good start here.
Yeah, he saw a lot of the really good characters. I mean, I was feeling comfortable about the start I had, but after this, I don't think I saw many. I didn't see a lot of good characters in the first hand, except for Robert.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, bannering with Night's Watch, you're not really picking up any strong characters from
No.
the banner faction, so you're relying heavily on Robert and I guess Stannis.
Yeah, Stannis as well, and
Yeah.
Melisandre, of course.
So you're sort of targeting 3 major characters, whereas with Lannister and Rose, he's targeting 5,
Yeah, 5. I
5,
think.
6 even
Yes.
strong characters.
Of course.
It depends on whether or not he's playing Jaime.
Yeah.
I guess with the build, what we see from the build here, it doesn't look like he's heavy on the military challenge. So perhaps Jaime isn't even in the build, or just a one-off.
Yeah. Well, I think we even saw that's the Heartsbane in hand as well.
Yeah. So Randall will come heavy when he comes.
Indeed.
And then we've got a reducer character for Tyrell out as well. You're trying to... Well, let's talk about the strategy here. You kneel down Cersei, and that can only be in order to possibly save your hand a bit, right?
Yeah, I want to be able to play my cards at least a bit before they start disappearing. I mean, I know they're going to go away, but I want to stall that as much as possible to set up a board.
Yeah. That's probably the safest way of getting things. There's no easy way to stand Cersei. A seal of the hand or something like that could get her standing again.
Yep.
And then milking Tyrion seems like a good solution.
Yeah, you kind of need to stop that gold.
But there's a rattle shot on the board.
It is.
So that milk might just go away just
But
as fast.
yeah, of course. But I don't think he's in a position to push through military against me.
No, not easily anyway. Especially not when he's going fast.
Yeah.
So he does try the military challenge here for 5.
Yes.
Which can be boosted by Marjorie to 8.
Indeed.
But there are already 4 characters knelt in. So Robert himself is a strength 9 right now.
Yeah, and here I was, I think, pondering what to do, really.
Yeah. You want to win this challenge because you don't want the tears to disappear.
The milk.
Sorry, the milk
Yep.
to disappear. But if you use Robert defensively, you do not get to fire his intimidation.
Indeed.
So yeah, it's a tough choice. Obviously, you could block it with Davis or the Bastard. Perhaps even claim Davis back to your hand. But, you know, the green challenge is coming. Nothing's really safe in your hand.
Obviously, yes.
So, what is your thought process like at this point?
Well, I guess I'm trying to ascertain if it's worth giving up that milk. And also seeing as he doesn't sit on 2 gold, so I'm not worried about the put to the sword because that is 5 strength,
Yep.
which could, if just jump blocked, easily be boosted to a put to the sword. But
Yep.
that's not really the case here. So I'm looking to see if it's worth letting that milk go through, and I think it's really not. I mean,
No,
you want to keep Tyrion locked down.
Even that stealth can be troublesome for you since you need to be able to block things. Well, once you get your wall, because one of the things with your deck here is that you play the wall, right?
I do.
So you're trying to get those passive 2 power each round, and in order to do that, you have to be able to block the stealth to some extent as well. So if you can keep that milk on Tyrion for a while, it's probably worth it.
Yeah.
So you block it with Robert firing his renown, but not his intimidation.
Yes, of course. And here, the bastard is in there as well.
Why did you kneel in the bastard?
Because in this case, due to the miss on the no attachments, I know that he was holding a Widow's Way.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure.
Marjorie and the Widow's Well.
Yes, that would push it through.
Won't win him the game. The challenge.
Yes.
Yeah. So what looks like a bit of overcommitment is really you're kind of forced to it.
Yes, indeed.
So here comes the green challenge.
And this one is just going to go right through.
Well, you could obviously use Eamon.
Yeah.
Because at this point, there's no more red challenges coming your way. Which wouldn't Eamon win this?
No.
No, obviously it would be boosted with Marjorie.
No, it doesn't matter. She's 2, and Eamon is 2 as well.
Oh yeah, he's not 3. He costs 3.
Yes.
He's at strength 2 though. Yeah. So he pulls a Fiery Followers.
Losing those intrigue icons. So my intrigue defense is looking pretty weak right now.
Yeah.
Even weaker.
Even weaker. And that was the claim.
Yes.
So Björn is probably considering his options for a blue challenge at this point. He seems to be content to stand here, right?
Yes. I think he's going to have a hard time to. Well, he could push through with Tyrion, of course. Marjorie,
Stealthing.
That would be
the
just
builder.
Open.
Yeah, but then leaving himself very open for the counter.
Yeah.
So you go green.
Yes.
Taking your chance now when Tyrion is milked. Kneeling down Marjorie to defend.
That of course wins him the intrigue, so
Yep.
no claim for me.
And now you are able to make a blue challenge which could be blocked by Tyrion, and you can make a red challenge in that case by Davis. Or you could go blue with Davis and the builder and push it through.
Yes. So I was pondering here whether I wanted that extra power. But then again, this would force him to play his Widow's Wail.
Yeah, but isn't the Widow's Wail 2 to play?
No, it's 1.
It's only one.
1 and 2 strength. I'm quite certain.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And also, I would still get that 1 power from the unopposed, which Davos would get. So I wanted this either I get 1 from this, or as we see here, Björn plays the Widow's Wail and defends it. But then I can get this in as well. I could always get this in.
Yeah. So here comes a red challenge for 1 unopposed, and
He claims the Garden Caretaker.
yeah,
No surprises there.
no. So he gets dominance because of the 1 goal still in his house card. Oh, sorry, block card. And then we stand. Going to a new plot phase.
Yep.
And Björn is actually running a bit low on cards here in his hand. He hasn't got that Lannister card draw engine either, so you're both slightly starved for cards.
Indeed.
You pick your plot already, whereas Björn is considering a bit more. It looks like he's got at least 1 location in his hand. I thought I saw a location there. Couldn't really make out which one. Which could mean that he's light on characters, but we know he's got Randall.
Yeah.
And you talked about seeing Heartsbane in his hand as well.
Yes.
So he wants an economy plot here, probably.
Yeah, and here I'm kind of expecting him
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah. So you play, that's
Fortified position.
fortified position,
Yeah.
which blanks every character. And he plays Carmel Westeros, which is kind of a, I guess, a kind of economy plot. Got strong economy, 5 gold on it.
And with the 2 Rose Road he's out, so he's...
Yeah, so he's got plenty. And he's also gets to pick a challenge that where the claim is lower. He chooses to go first, and not sure which challenge he chose to lower.
Power, I believe.
Mhm.
I'm pretty certain it's power at this case.
Mhm. Yeah.
If I memory serves me correctly.
Yeah. So, in this case, you have no power claim.
Exactly.
And that's, I mean, he has no problem accepting a military loss. He can claim the Burnmen without much of a threat. Yeah, that I can't make out which location that is, but he chose to play a Rose Road, so that was probably it. But he's got one of the Lannister locations in hand as well.
Yeah.
Hard to see which one. And then he plays Randall for... He used hard... Pays him in hard cash here. 5, 6 cash. 6 cash. And then he attaches Heartbane.
Yeah, and at this point it's looking quite good for Björn. I mean, that extra 3 gold is going to serve him really well.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a real problem with getting reducers and gold locations out.
Yeah, even if you would play some kind of board wipe, he would still have a strong foundation to come back from. Obviously, his characters are, to a larger extent, named characters, so they would be in the dead pile.
Yeah.
Unless it's with Varys, obviously.
Yes.
So it's looking dire for you. Probably the strongest thing that could help you here would be Robert.
Yes.
But he's still vulnerable to Jerselis, given that he has no green icon and no Sleaze.
Yes, indeed. And at least here I got the wall out, trying to really... I feel the need of having to start pushing that power.
You still have a slight lead.
Yes. Just
So
that
if
one.
you could rush perhaps you could still make it. But it's looking hard.
So we see an intrigue going straight through.
Mm-hmm.
Losing
Well,
one
you
life.
are chump blocking it, it would seem,
Yes.
with Mace Raymond. Losing a veteran builder, which would be one way to make sure that your wall is firing.
Indeed.
So Randall is going to make one of his challenges, and he's going to get
Going for military here.
going military and getting some support from Rattle Shats in order to perhaps remove that Milk of the Poppy from Tyrion. So you shunt block it with Bastard in hiding, and then you claim the Bastard. So that would be Renown on Randall.
No, they're blank right now.
Oh, they're
From the-
blank.
from the
Oh,
fortified.
yes. So he can't stand again, and he can't use Rattle Chat to remove the milk.
Exactly. That was pretty much what I was expecting from this. That's
Yeah.
why I went with it.
Yeah.
That and holding the wall and wanting to keep both Cersei out and the quite obvious Randall that was coming out.
Yeah.
And I was extra glad when I saw the Heartsbane on him.
Which can't really fire now. Or at least it can't stand him.
No, exactly. He can still fire, but
Yeah. It can't stand him. So Tyrion is making a move,
Going power here.
it would seem.
At 4 power.
Or actually
For
six
strength.
strength,
Yes, of
because
course.
he's got Widow's Wail.
Indeed.
And you could block it with the builder here and just prevent the unopposed.
Yes, or I could add a bit extra if I wanted, but I think I'm quite content in letting it slip through here, seeing as I can most likely take it back.
Yeah.
Or
Well, it seems that you did defend it anyway, which would.
here I'm not sure.
Oh no, you're making
right.
your challenge. You're making
Yes,
your
of
challenge. Here.
course. I'm not stealthing, obviously.
No.
Just blank.
Yeah. So you can't.
Completely forgot about that. So
Yeah. No
it was a
stealth.
bit of a miscalculation, but
Still. Yeah. Blocked and claimed, and you should have. You should have a power on Robert there, right?
no, he's
No,
blank.
blank.
Still blank.
Oh, still blank. But the wall fires for two
Yes.
power, so you're up to 7 here,
Yep.
and we stand.
And they're guaranteed pretty much 2 extra from the wall.
Well, it's only guaranteed as long as you can defend the challenges.
Yeah, but I mean, right now I have the builder. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but still not quite in that scoring range, so
No,
to speak.
I'd say far from it.
Or scoring a winning range.
Yeah. Unless you have some interesting plot here that can somehow swing you some extra power. It's going to have to be at least one more turn.
Yeah.
So Björn seems interested in confiscation here. He might want to free Tyrion of that milk of the puppy, and you are playing the wildfire assault.
Yes.
Now, how do you reason in going that? Because you're losing the builder here, right? Or are you?
No, I am.
You're claiming Davis back
Yes.
to your hand, of course. Yeah. So you're thinking that it will even out the board standing a little bit.
A bit. I mean, he's still on higher gold income than me. But as we see, he needs to
Claim at least one of the
at
good
least-
ones.
Yes, exactly, and those are all pretty good characters.
Indeed.
And for just bouncing Davos, I think the
Yeah, it's probably
pretty
cheap,
worth it.
Pretty cheap. And he's actually claiming Cersei here.
yes,
He feels that you're low enough on cards anyway. So then you draw. It could be that what he's got in hand is the one that lets him make extra green challenges. I think that's Lannisport, right?
yeah, exactly. Or no, Castle Rock, isn't it? The one that gives extra chances. Lannisport gives the draw.
Oh yeah, that could be right.
So as we see here, Björn getting a lot of money from those 3 rose roads.
Yeah, so he's getting 7 money from a 4 gold plot here, which will allow him to play strong things.
Yes, and that's a bit tough.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a Varys in hand. I'm not sure which one of the 2 Lannister locations that really is.
Looks like the port, I think.
Yeah, Lannisport, perhaps. And then he's got an attachment, I think. No, that's What I Do for Love.
There are things I do for now.
Things I Do for Love, yeah. So that's Varys, and that would be.
Devastating for both players right now.
Yeah, I can't see that he would like to pop Varys' ability, but he is still a 3 strength
Stealth
green
character.
stealth character, green icon with stealth, so he can kind of guarantee pushing that green challenge through with Varys.
Yeah. And now he's got Tyrion as well with stealth.
And if he's if he's indeed got that. But he's not playing any locations here.
No.
Huh. Yeah, well, you get your 4 gold. You spend 1 on a King's Road. And looks like a Fiery Follows in your hand there.
Yes.
Could be an interesting choice, yeah.
Yeah, I some in a way need the intrigue symbols right now.
Yeah. Eventually he is going to draw into those Tears of Bliss.
Yes.
So here comes the Fiery Followers for use of your King's Road, and then you use your Reducer to get Painted Table. Yeah, you're strongly going for the rush here.
Yeah, I mean, it was looking like a game that wouldn't benefit me from getting too dragged out.
No.
At this stage. And given the amount of cards we had drawn at this point, I was getting more and more certain that he was holding a Tears of Bliss.
Yeah.
So I
And you're
was
still not
expecting...
seeing anything that could make Robert safe from that.
No dupes and none of that
No.
jazz. So I was hoping for just pushing through somehow. Kind of expecting to lose Robert
Yeah,
this
at
round
some
or the
point
next.
at least, yeah. But I don't think I've seen a Tears of Bliss in Björn's hand yet.
I don't think I've seen it either.
No, so you might be safe for another round. Well, here comes what looks like a red challenge.
Yes.
And this time he can stand.
Indeed. So this is
Which
troubling.
will it's really troubling because that will boost Randall, whereas it will actually weaken Robert because he will stand right back up.
Yeah.
So Robert will have no extra strength. So if you would like to defend this, you would have to kneel down the Fiery Followers, which would give you a defense of what, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'd still not win that.
Nope.
No.
And I'm considering quite hard if I really want to let it through
Yeah.
unopposed or not.
To be able to defend that green afterward.
Yes, indeed.
No, yeah. So unopposed, losing the wall.
And random standing, of course.
Claiming aimant, but saving himself.
Yeah, and here I was gambling a bit. I mean, it's quite certain that he might have the treachery card in hand,
Yeah.
which will block that out and lose the aimant. But I mean, he was probably the most expendable of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually think I saw the Tears of Bliss in Björn's hand there, so I think this is the one.
Yeah. This might be a bad round for you.
Indeed.
Yeah. You might lose the wall and Robert and Sam. So that's the unopposed. He didn't have anything to trigger off of winning a military challenge. And here he stealths through your... And here comes the Tears of Bliss. Yeah. So he stealths your Fiery Followers, getting an unopposed, playing Tears of Bliss on Robert, and getting a card of claim, which was Davis.
Yes, I've had a bit of a bad streak on the intrigue claims.
Yeah, no, those have been unkind to you. And there you forgot the renown on Randall, but you remember it, or well, at least one of you remembered it. You put it there. So at this point, the game is even in power, but not so much in board state. So here comes the green challenge again. No, a blue challenge. A blue challenge, stealthing the builder, trying to make Robert have to block it, and in that case, Robert won't be able to fire it in Intimidate, He will get renowned, but it really doesn't matter since he's going away.
Yeah.
So you let it through on a post.
Yes, I did.
So you lose one, and now, on the other hand, Björn is pulling away. So 9 to 6, and that's not really 6 on your board because of Robert still going to the dead pile and losing 2 more. So the builder is making a blue challenge here.
At 5,
Yeah,
the
5
the
strength. But Randall is stronger than that.
Well,
Still got Marjorie out.
Yeah, with Marjorie he is stronger.
Yeah.
Right now he's
Yeah.
not.
No, yeah, but with Marjorie he can block that and still take dominance probably. Or maybe not.
Dominance might be a bit harder for him, depending on, because I
well,
mean,
as long as Randall's standing, which he probably will be.
Yeah, true enough, true enough.
Yeah, he's got dominance as well, preventing the table from firing. So Randall takes renown, or well,
Yeah. So here I pointed
Yeah,
out
yeah.
the strength of the wall.
yeah, and he stands Randall, and he seems to forget. No, renown.
Yeah, he took no renown.
He took renown. And now you could push through a green challenge with the Fiery Followers and a red challenge with Robert. So that's the red one. And it seems that Björn points out that he keeps the strength from Marjorie.
Yeah, but in this case it's not enough.
No, it's not enough.
Robert being at
So he ambushes out the Burnmen and claims them.
yes.
Robert should get renown here, even though it won't matter
Yeah,
much.
we
So
put it
then-
on.
Yeah, right is right. And then you make a green challenge, it seems.
Thinking.
Yeah. Are you, okay, so you're looking whether or not to
you're
use intimidate,
Yes.
and you should be able to fire that intimidation,
Yes,
right?
I should be able to.
Yeah.
do it,
So yeah, you need that, Randall, and here comes the green challenge. Unopposed.
grabbing that landing port.
Yeah. But it seems that you forget to take the unopposed bonus.
Yeah, might be a mistake.
Yeah, you should get unopposed bonus there.
Taking dominance here,
Yeah,
so mitigating that loss of Robert a bit,
yeah.
but it's
And
looking
using-
quite dire now.
And using the painted table to snatch one more power from Björn.
Yes.
So he's back down to 9 against your 6 after losing Robert.
Yeah.
Which should really be 7 then.
Yes, of course.
So new plots. And here comes counting coppers from Björn, and you opt for another filthy accusation, being able to kneel down something.
Yes.
And might I guess that it could be either Marjorie or Tyrion?
Yes, I'm thinking Tyrion here.
Yeah. Well, Tyrion is the stronger character, especially with the Widow's Wail on him, whereas Marjorie is the more toolboxy character.
Indeed.
So 5 cards for Björn. We can see a Milk of the Puppy in hand. We can see another King's Road and one of the
Lannisport merchants.
and one of the Lannister locations.
Yes.
Castle Rock or Lannisport. And well, he gets 5 coins, even though he played Counting Coppers, which is normally just 2 gold plot.
Yeah.
Spends 3 on, is that Castle Rock?
Lannisport.
It's Lannisport.
Yes.
Right. So he can make 2 intrigue challenges this turn. well then, no reason to keep any of your money then. Oh, cards, sorry.
No, exactly.
It's just play it all out.
I've been managing to keep a pretty decent hand, I think.
Yeah, especially given that you had no card draw.
Exactly.
Do you play the birds in this deck?
No, they are loyal.
Oh, they're loyal.
Yes.
All right, so only the red keep then.
Yeah, exactly.
The red keep can be a little bit tricky to fire, I guess.
Especially at this point of the game.
Definitely at this point of the game, with with no Robert inside, since he's in the dead pile, and already Randall with both of his supporting cards out.
Yeah.
It's tricky. So what can you play? What do you have in hand here? Do you have any saving graces in your hand here?
Well, I mean, I'm looking for more characters. And not having the same income at all as Björn does.
No.
I used the E4 gold for that ranging party.
Yeah.
It's a good strength to gold ratio on that, and with the icons.
Yeah, indeed. And the fact that it's actually got 2 icons on it is it gives it a high playability.
Yeah, and now with the wall, it's a 6.
Yep.
6 strength
6
as well.
strength for 5, right?
For 4.
4 gold.
Yes.
So he's making a blue challenge here? No, red? Red?
Red, I imagine.
Yeah.
Starting out.
So you seem to be content to just block it with the fiery followers, since you can't really win it.
No.
Claiming the followers, giving up. Probably giving up that dominance. And Randall takes another renown up to 10 power. Stealthing Eamon for a intrigue challenge, which will be unopposed. Kneeling down the wall. And claim, which looks like the red keep, yeah.
Yeah.
And there goes your card draw.
Indeed.
But like you said, probably not able to push that through anyway at this point. Now, Björn is at 11 and has a blue challenge left. Most likely he can't get a win here.
No,
He can get short of 1. If you were somehow to leave it unopposed, he'd get 3 power. 1 for renown, 1 for claim, and 1 for unopposed.
Yes.
But you only have to shunt block it, and then not even with dominance. Game ends. But well, yeah. So he played the wheelhouse. I must have missed that. So it says wheelhouse. Will that give him a card draw, right?
If it's the first play, he can either take a gold, I think, or draw a card. And it's -1 in initiative.
Initiative, yes. So you really can't let this go unopposed, right?
No.
You have to defend this, even though the wall is already knelt. So I'm looking to use the raging party. Do you have to have... Oh, you're actually trying to win it, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're both boosted by the wall. So that's a block of
11.
Yeah. And that could actually be beyond what Björn could.
Yeah, he can muster 8 right now.
Yeah.
The challenge is going. So.
Yeah. It seems fair. And here comes a green challenge from Mr. Raymond, right?
I would think so, yes.
Yeah. And that gives you the ability to get. Well, you won't get it on the post, I suppose.
No, but
So-
I'll get it through. I mean, you can't win it. So
No. No. And you pull the Tears of Liz.
no, the milk.
Oh, sorry, Milk of the Poppy.
Yes.
And that was kind of useless since none of your cards can have any attachments.
Exactly. So
Yeah, really.
bit of a dead draw there.
Yeah. And you stand. That should have been another power. Yeah, that was another power for Björn
Yes.
for dominance. So he's at 12. And, well, yeah, he will be able to. If nothing goes wrong, he should win this turn.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a pretty lost game for me at this stage. I mean,
I can't really see how you could pull through here. So plots, and that's the march to the wall. And you played. What's that? It seems like a feast for crows, right? Yeah. So feast for crows. He will have to. Oh, that's 6 gold, right? That's why you play it, right?
no, it's I think it's 4 or 5.
4 or 5 gold.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I play it mostly because I think my last last remaining plot I have is a counting copper. I'm not mistaken. And seeing as I
Have no extra gold.
yeah, I need money to get something out.
Yeah. Right. So we had the march to the wall. March. Your Maester Aemon.
Yes.
And Björn chose to march away. I'm not sure what did he march.
Lannis Port Merchant.
Oh, the merchant, obviously, yeah. So here comes a garden caretaker. Where's garden caretaker? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Something like that. And another courtesan.
And finishing up with a tickler, and that's left or right?
One.
Right, I think.
One of the two.
He's looking right, so I guess it's right.
Yep. So that's a heavy board
Yes.
to come up against. Now you can muster another builder, and for another gold, we get a reducer, and we get Robert's Warhammer onto the ranging party, but it can't have any attachments, so that's
No attachment except weapon.
Oh, there you go. So that's actually a legal play.
Indeed. I think we actually commented on just that fact as well
Yeah.
during our game, if I'm not mistaken.
And here comes the green challenge.
Yes.
Discarding your dead.
Yes. That dude came a bit too late.
A bit too late to save him. Giving Björn an unopposed.
Indeed.
So he's back at 12.
And that wall should be north as well. I think we just
Yeah,
forgot it.
yeah. It probably won't come to that anyway.
No, exactly.
So here comes a red challenge. But I think he'll have to boost that a little bit more, right? If he
Yeah.
likes to win it.
7 about now.
Yeah. He's got the tickler that could do the job. He's got. He can still use the Heartsbane.
And Marjorie, so I mean it's up to 13.
Yeah.
And
But
I won't be able to defend more than the 6, so
No. Well,
or 7.
7. So that would be safe.
Desperately trying to see
If you have anything that can save you. Oh yeah, and there.
we remember, or Björn remembers the wall.
Yeah. So you block it with the ranging party.
Yeah. Or
Still-
do I? Considering, yeah, and then claim the dragons.
Yep. Renown for for Randall.
Yes, and at this point I couldn't really let it through.
Yeah, no. And your builders could defend for a total sum of 10, right? So Randall is boosted and stands. And then he goes blue together with or alone.
Alone, it looked like. I mean, he doesn't really need to go anything else than alone because I have a maximum of 10, so I think this is it, isn't it?
Should be it. And here comes Heartsbane.
Up to 11.
Yep. And that would be game, right?
Yep.
So, Renown
And
game.
Alright.
So there we have it. Björn H will stay at the top table, it would seem. And we will have another game coming your way shortly. Apparently with Björn H.
Yes.
Again. All right.
So stay tuned and catch you soon.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Jag fick en lite efter Robert så var det slut. Ja, bra karaktär. Det fick upp någon